We did sign the list, indicated we signed 17 guys on signing date. And then we added another one the next day. He sent in his letter of intent, I think at 9:30 that night. He's from California, so we're expecting to get it at about 9 o'clock in the morning. And there was a frustration there, and a unique story. One of those situations where you recruit a guy for about really 2 weeks. He's trying to get to know you, you're trying to get to know him. Mom's the negotiator in between. There's a junior brother that they want to make a package deal. And all those things, I think all those things, as fast as it went and the number of people that were involved, and I assure you that we try to do, whether it's 2 weeks or 12 months, we try to do our job in terms of checking a young man out, surely academically and athletically, but also socially. But anyway, he's eventually sent in his letter of intent. And I'll be interested in hearing his story in person of why the hesitation. I'm sure Mom started negotiating again. And I'll just tell you that story in a little while. So anyway, excited about that. And along with that, we have 15, you guys call them walk-ons because you're vicinity to Nebraska, the Colt down there in Nebraska. We call them non-scholarship guys because we evaluate them, we recruit them. Not all at the same level. Many of them have been offered scholarships at a Division II school or an NAIA school, and they choose to pursue their dream at South Dakota State. And my sales pitch to you and them is, out of the 82 guys we had on scholarship last year, our limit is 85. Out of the 82 guys we had, 10 of them were non-scholarship guys. 6 of them with our kickers were starters for us. Had a huge impact. And so my dad allowed me to pursue my dream. All my mentors encouraged me to pursue my dream, and that's one of my deals as a coach and a leader, whether I'm talking to an assistant coach or our children or players or recruits. Life is short, and I think if we all were honest with ourselves, there were forks in a road where we maybe didn't make the boldest decision to pursue a dream that would have maybe changed our destiny or our life, and that's picking a college, really, and that's what we're part of. So we're excited to have those guys. One, his mom is here. Trey Hunoff is going to pursue his dream up there, and both academically and athletically, it's a really great fit. That group of guys, so one of the concerns a number of years ago was the long distance guy and the lack of academic integrity that we would lose if we go Division I. And I think if you looked at the statistics, really everything's gone up. The competition's gone up, the academic accomplishments have gone up, postgraduate scholars have gone up. We've had the best GPA when compared to our peers in whatever conference we've been in the last 9 years. We've had the best GPA 8 out of 9. We've had the best GPA in the Missouri Valley every year. And I don't boast about that because I don't do anything about that. All right, it's the young men that we recruit that are focused and locked. These guys have a 3.35 GPA and the average ACT of 23, so they're really good student athletes. We have 5 guys from what I consider long distance: California, Arizona, Phoenix area, and then a young man from down by St. Louis. We have 4 guys that I consider medium distance, which are like Denver, Kansas City area, Chicago, and then we have 9 guys which I consider short distance or our recruiting area. So half our guys are within our recruiting area. We have 2 South Dakotans, and so I would prefer we recruited more locally, that we signed 75% of our guys from the adjacent states in South Dakota, and that's how we recruit. Fact is, we've got some really, really, really strong competition. We've got the national champ right up the road, We've got Northern Iowa, who's a playoff team just about every year. Right down the road, we've added the University of South Dakota, which is another option for FCS football. So the bodies get pretty thick. Ended up 9-4. Ended up in the playoffs. You know, when I first heard this, I kind of was excited, and then I thought, no, wait a minute. So we beat Eastern Illinois 58-10. Eastern Illinois was the Ohio Valley Football Conference champ. We finished second in the Missouri Valley, beat them 58-10. And I can still hear Tyler Merriam on the PA or the radio, the replay that we replayed. The Jacks win their first playoff game. All right, well, that's kind of neat, right? I hope someday I hear the Jacks win there, you fill in the blank. I'm serious. So I know there's a lot of you that have blood, or blue blood, jackrabbit running through your blood. I would encourage you to answer in the quietness of your heart right now, because this is a quiz, a test. And even if you don't, still answer it for me. All right, was that good enough this year? 9-4, 14th in America, 3rd in the Sagarin rankings. We were the 3rd best FCS program by the Sagarin rankings. We were ahead of 52 FBS teams by ranking, by computer ranking. Was that good enough? All right? Right? Now, the Lord and you know what that answer was, right? It's really an interview question. It's not good enough. It's not even close to good enough. All right? And if you thought it was good enough, then we need to get you to reclassify some more. I can't imagine asking a young man to work 12 months a year to miss all the things that all those other college students get to do or partake in, to stay away from his family for 4 summers in a row, to spread his college career out to 5 years, to get up at 6 a.m. 3 mornings. He's just hoping his car starts so our strength coach doesn't strangle him, you know, in the middle of the winter, so he can run in our hyper center. I can't imagine asking those guys to do all those things and the number of other things we ask them to do for a partial scholarship or walking on. All right? You know, we have 15 guys that are walking on under a program. Ask them to do that and then settle and do cartwheels, settle for 9-4. I can't imagine it. Now, some of you think I'm being arrogant. If that's arrogance, I apologize. All right? We all play for the same prize and only one of us gets it. And surely, if you think about it, not that I want to get fired if I'm 9-4, but surely if you think about that, that's falling short. And I hope you celebrate the victories and promote South Dakota State and are excited about what we did. But I hope in your heart, which is what's most important, you have this burning desire like we have to get to Frisco and stand victorious down there in that field. That will be a special feeling, right? And since we are 14th and 3rd and 7th in another ranking, surely we can say that with boldness that should be part of our mentality. And I get asked so often, the most common question when we went was, will you ever play USD, right? That question obviously has disappeared because we didn't even fill the stadium when we played USD this year, right? Now the most common question is, are you satisfied? And no, we're not satisfied. Okay, so that's good.